Welcome back to another episode of 40 Facts About the 40K Universe. I am your host, Gershwin, and you were watching One Mind Syndicate. Today, we continue talking about the Imperium of Man, but we're doing it a little different today because we're going to be talking about a Xenos race within the Imperium of Man. I'm talking about the Jokaero weaponsmiths, and of course, the digital weapons, because you can't talk about the Jokaero without talking about digital weapons. If you guys have any other suggestions for other topics of Warhammer 40K that you guys would like us to create a video for, comment down below. We read the comments every day. And if you're new to the channel, subscribe, because we post Warhammer 40K content every single day. With that said, let's get into 40 facts about the Jokaero. The Jokaero are an intelligent, psychically powerful alien race who resembles the orange-furred great apes of old Earth, known as orangutans. They were created by the Old Ones during the war with the Catan over 6 million Terran years ago for the purpose of aiding in their conflict with the Necrons, along with many other intelligent races of the Milky Way galaxy, such as the Eldar and the Krork, the ancestors of the Orcs. The Jokaero's defining racial trait is their extraordinary and seemingly inborn skill at crafting extremely advanced technologies from even the most rudimentary parts, a skill which may relate to the similar traits often seen in the Orcs. The difference is that the Jokaero technology will work for a member of other species, whereas the greenskin technology often will only function when used by orcs. Recently, Inquisitors, most commonly the more radical members of the Ordo Xenos, have been incorporating Jokaero into their retinues of acolytes, where they make use of the Jokaero's innate affinity with technology. In the midst of battle, the Jokaero can modify and manipulate the weapons and armor of the Inquisitor's retinue. These alterations may just be a simple aesthetic change, but certain Jokaero upgrades can modify the munitions of the altered weapon to massively and unexpectedly increase the weapon's damage. The creation of force fields and the use of unexpected and potent Jokaero imaging technologies to increase the accuracy and rate of fire have also been created on the fly by the Jokaero. Jokaero are also known for achieving wonders in the miniaturization of advanced weapons, as Jokaero Digi weapons are highly sought after across the Imperium, and influential Imperial nobles, rogue traders, and inquisitors have spent small fortunes in order to obtain them. Digi-weapons, or digital weapons, appear to be rings or other jewelry, but are accurately powerful ranged weapons of either Archaeotech or Xenos origin. The most common of these, if common can be used to describe such wondrous items, are crafted by the Jokaero. Their creations are so marvelously constructed that even throne agents of the Holy Ordos have been known to wear them. These compact weapons can pack the punch of a full-sized weapon. Digi-versions of the Flamer, Inferno Pistol, Las Pistol, and Needle Pistol are just some of the various weapon types that can be acquired. Sometimes, the types of digi-weapons that are desired can vary by the different regions of the galaxy. For example, within the Calic sector, two of the most popular types of digital weapons amongst the agents of the Calixian conclaves are the Digi-Las weapons and digital explosives. Digi-Las weapons are usually modeled in the form of rings and can be used in close combat as pistols. Digital explosives are made to look like a wide variety of jewelry, and are armed by applying precise pressure to certain points and then thrown. Of course, both have their drawbacks. The Digi-Las weapons take considerable time to replenish their tiny power reserves, and digital explosives are strictly one-use only, making them an expensive investment. And those were 40 facts about the Jokaero. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. There's more to this lore that we can take out of, and it's something that I want to talk about right now, because the Jokaero race itself is a race that I feel proves that the Emperor was not as xenophobic as the Imperial Creed wants you to believe, and it also leads me to believe that the Jokaero race now, during the 41st millennium, is a slave race to the Imperium. So I'm gonna lay it out for you guys, and you can let me know what you think. But the Jokaero race, we know, existed before man, or at least around the same time as man, which means that, and the reason for that is because we know that they were created by the Old Ones, at the same time that the Eldar and the Krork were created. And we know that they were created before humanity, because when humanity started expanding during the Dark Age of Technology, they encountered these races, which leads me to believe that the men of the Dark Age of Technology also encountered the Jokaero. But where it gets interesting is during the Dark Age of Technology. During the Dark Age of Technology, when the Emperor was sent out again to reconquer the Imperium, or reconquer his lands, the ones that were lost because of the Age of Strife, they had to have encountered the Jokaero once again, but instead of killing the Xenos, like the Imperial Creed wants you to believe, the Emperor saw the benefit, just like the men from the Dark Age of Technology saw the benefit of working together with the Jokaero. And not only the Jokaero, but also other races and other deviations of humanity, such as like the Ogren, the Beastmen, the Squats, all that kind of stuff. And what ended up happening, or what I think happened, was that the Emperor saw that the benefit of working with the Jokaero because of the digital weapons and because of their just innate ability to create weapons, much like the orcs they were saying. So he was able to fold the Jokaero into the Imperium, and they were able to freely, go through the Imperium like any other citizen. So they were seen as citizens of the Imperium. And then, of course, the Horus Heresy happened. The Emperor was taken out completely. He's just a corpse now, and the age of apostasy happened. And during the age of apostasy, when the Imperial Creed took command of the Imperium of Man, the ecclesiarchy pushed this idea of xenophobia, pushed this idea that not only is technology bad, but also any contact with any Xenos. But unfortunately, this was not the case when the Emperor was alive. Otherwise, you wouldn't have the Jokaero so prevalent throughout the Imperium of Man. If you notice, we never hear the origin of the Jokaero planet, like their origin planet. We never hear about, not even their origin sector. Like we could say, oh, they are found in this sector. No, they are found in multiple sectors, which leads me to believe that either the Imperial Creed or the ecclesiarchy tried to eliminate the any history of working alongside, or any history of a good relationship between the Imperium or humanity with another alien race, which is what the Jokaero would illustrate. So the Imperial Creed pushes this idea of xenophobia. They try to get rid of the Jokaero, but then realize that the Jokaero are an extremely valuable source of power because of their digital weapons. So I think what ended up happening is, because they couldn't control, or because the Jokaero are a race all of its own, they couldn't do the same thing that they did with the Beastmen, with the Ogren or the Ratlings, and just fold them over into like a Imperial Guard regiment. They're a race all on their own. So what I think they did was they tried to, or they did enslave the Jokaero race, which is why whenever you see a Jokaero, you only see a Jokaero, or you only hear about Jokaero as assistants, as slaves, basically. And it only comes into contact when they're working with rogue traders or some type of weaponsmith. You never hear about the Jokaero helping farming or anything like that in terms of their technology, which leads me again to believe that these guys are specific for one thing, and that thing was to assist the Imperium in creating their weapons. But other than that, they weren't even seen as second-hand citizens like the Ogren are. They are seen as slaves. And the reason why I think that the lore doesn't specifically state, yes, the Jokaero are a race to humanity, is because you are supposed to be humanity, I'm supposed to be humanity, we are supposed to be humanity, so it would just be bad. It's a stigma to say that humanity enslaved another race, because of the stigma with just slavery in general. It's okay when like Xenos have slaves, but not so much when humanity has slaves. It's a little different, or you think about it differently. You don't picture yourself as a pointy-eared, stuck-up alien. No, you picture yourself as the Imperium of Man, which is why the Jokaero are not openly stated as being slaves. Because if you think about it, the Jokaero are extremely powerful. They have digital weapons. Why not have their own independence? And if they did have, or if they could gather that independence, it would be somewhere in the lore. Because we have other races that work with the Imperium that are not part of the Imperium, or in situations where, like, you have the Kroot. The Kroot have a strong background, lore-wise, because they are separate from the Tau Empire. Same thing with any other, well, I guess the Vespids, same thing there. And you know of the Vespid homeworld. Whereas the Jokaero, they don't have a home world. They don't have a home sector, like I said before. And I think that's because that founding planet was destroyed. It was destroyed by the Imperium during the Age of Apostasy, more than likely, when the xenophobia was being spread. What's the best way to fully enslave a race than to just completely eliminate their history? You try to completely erase the connection between the enslaved race to their home planet. If you get rid of their past, they're easier to manipulate, easier to control. But that's what I believe. Now it's time for you to give me your feedback on my theory. Also give me your feedback on what you think of the Jokaero. Comment down below. We read the comments every single day, and we really want to open up a conversation with you guys. I'm gonna try my best to start doing this. So instead of just reading the lore, afterwards we could talk about the lore, talk about the origins of where the lore came from and what that means in the Imperium. It's always fun to get lost in a world like Warhammer 40K. So again, comment down below, and if you guys have any other suggestions about Warhammer 40K or any topics, requests that you have for us to create a video, please comment down below. We read that every single day. And don't forget to like, comment, and share. By you guys liking, commenting, and sharing, you're helping us out by improving the channel and helping us create more content for you guys. Again, thanks for everything, and I'll see you tomorrow. This is Gershwin with One Mind Syndicate, signing out.